whoever comes in here new and stuff like that. He never SA'd me.
The numbers is nothing, the money is nothing. I really been held my promise. Say can't even heavy out west, and I carry the weight, nigga. I'm Luka Doncic. Conspiracy theories is given, but I must admit it, you got the wrong person. They bundling Maine, Chicago's lane. Which one of you niggas a merchant?
Hello everybody, and welcome to this, I guess, serious video that I'm making. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this video. I'm just recording just in case, because I do want to speak about this. To me, it's very important. I just got really heated, or not heated, I guess annoyed. We've seen it many times, or multiple times before, where we have these weird freaking allegations about CoryxKenshin, and most of them have been debunked, and most of them have just been so nonsensical, I guess. They didn't make any sense to the point where there's no point in just pursuing these accusations. But this one is crazy. It's about a TikToker, or whatever she may be. Her name is PandaNinjaXx. She was in a relationship with Cory, and she posted a tweet, I'm pretty sure. Or no, somebody else posted this tweet. It says, just to spread it around, PandaNinjaXx official on TikTok released an entire timeline regarding her abusive, manipulative, and absurdly toxic relationship with CoryxKenshin, with evidence. And remember that keyword, with evidence. That's a key word to this nonsense. Which I think is, we don't have much information about this whole situation. I'm also gonna show you or link the video down below from Wasabiato, but I just scrolled through YouTube trending and I saw his video pop up. That's the only video I've seen. I don't want to research much more about this. I just want to talk about his video talking about this. I'm not gonna research any more of this. I'm just gonna wait until we, as a community, as viewers, get more information about this situation. I'm just gonna be here talking about his video specifically. This person on Twitter says, with evidence, and that's a key word. We gotta remember that. I'll be talking about that in just a bit. And then it says, I will link her stories below, all in 3 parts. 3 parts, okay? Why would she make 3 freaking parts when she could just make it in 1 video? There's no reason to make multiple videos out of this like it's a freaking Netflix series. Like, she's really doing this like it's some kind of let's play on YouTube. Like, hey guys, please stay tuned for the next episode, because the next episode we're gonna do some crazy stuff. It's gonna get real bumpy. Please share this around so she doesn't go unnoticed. So that alone is already freaking crazy. CoryxKenshin has allegedly been manipulative, abusive, and absurdly toxic in this relationship that he has had with PandaNinja. Now I want to talk about the whole video in general. I also wrote a comment in his video, quite a long comment, but this is what I'm mostly gonna talk about that I think is really odd. So first of all, in the beginning of her first part, I think it is, I don't want to go on her TikTok, whatever. Oh yeah, quick disclaimer, before anything goes on, I just want to quickly say that all of my statements and my feelings towards this situation, I might not be able to think my statements fully through because of the feelings that I have towards CoryxKenshin, because I truly do love him as a content creator. And I've seen him for many years, so because of those personal feelings, some of my statements might seem unreasonable to some, but to me, realistically, this is what I really do think makes most sense. Basically, in one of her TikToks talking about this, she starts off by saying or explaining that in her description of the video. She says that she has trouble speaking about this situation or these things, so instead she chooses to write them down, write them in the video as subtitles, I guess. She's basically explaining this whole situation with all these allegations in text. She isn't talking about them verbally. But that's why in the beginning I just think it's already a really bad start for her, because she starts off by looking down to the side like she's depressed, like really, really sad, trying almost like she's in an anime Cartoon Network series, you know, some kind of cartoon character, and she looks really sad, almost like she wants some kind of attention. That's how she starts her video. And then she proceeds to do the freaking goofy TikTok trend, bacon avocado. And then it cuts to the next clip where it slows down or speeds up, I'm not sure, and replays what we thought to be her saying bacon avocado. And then it proceeds with her saying
Bacon avocado. I dated CoryxKenshin. And he hurt me really bad. And I'm not the only one.
Now keep that in mind. And to me that just seems actually like the stupidest way, the dumbest way to start a video explaining or talking about your abusive relationship with someone. In this case, CoryxKenshin. I think that's completely outrageous, or not completely, but I might be exaggerating a bit. I'm heated, guys, remember. But I think that's just a really dumb way to, I guess, explain this freaking allegation spree where she does this freaking bacon avocado trend, and instead of doing the actual trend correctly, she just proceeds with saying Cory hurt me really bad, I dated him, and I'm not the only one. And that's probably, until now, during this recording, this is like the only time she's actually spoken about this verbally. But from now on, it's only gonna be text. Yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. That's my first statement. And just to have like a main topic of this video, my statements basically in general are just trying to talk about how I do think she is just clout chasing, or she has some malicious intent of trying to ruin Cory's career or life, I guess, social life. So it's either one of those two, or of course the third one, she might actually be telling the truth. Cory might have actually done all of these things. Horrendous things. But these are the two main things that I think are most likely possible. All in all, she hasn't given us a single or any single concrete proof of anything. And some of you might be thinking, if she didn't have any proof, then what are these screenshots that have been posted or shown in this video? And to that I say, bah humbug. Just like Penguin Z or Critical does. I think that's most likely fake, because first of all of her screenshots that she showed, or that at least were shown in this video, they were all cropped. Now, why would someone crop all of these screenshots? Why? Is it because it's a fake account? An alt account trying to impersonate Cory, or whatever else reason it may be? Even if it's some stupid reason like, I don't want everybody to see what kind of internet I use, how much percent my phone has. I couldn't imagine any other reason than this is fake. These are fake screenshots. This is a fake account, alt account made by some other random guy trying to impersonate Cory. Remember, you can use this app, Xbox chat app, on mobile, which these screenshots show. That's one of the things that I just feel like, though it seems kind of weird, doesn't it? All of these screenshots didn't have a specific or precise date/time. By that I mean it was Monday back in 2015, it was Thursday. You know, the only thing we could see about the timeline was it was written at 10 a.m., 10 p.m., whatever, that kind of stuff. She didn't tell us anything about which day, which year. None of that. That's when I also wrote in my comment, I'm reading off of my comment because this is where I have all of my main points. Realistically and logically, that doesn't seem like something a YouTuber with millions of subscribers would text to somebody, knowing full well about the risks of that person taking screenshots and then being able to post them online to expose him. I'm gonna say something that goes out to all of my Cory fans, CoryxKenshin fans, or at least the people that to some extent know him. Not on a personal level, but from what we've seen throughout his whole career. Cory has made many different videos talking about his opinion about this, his opinion about that. We've always seen that he thinks things through. Like, for example, with the favoritism and racism. He comes up with different statements, different points that to us make sense, and also to other people that don't watch him generally also think that that makes sense, right? And that's just one example. We have many, many different videos of him, and if you don't believe me, just scroll through his freaking YouTube library. We've seen it throughout his whole career that he's made different videos talking about something that could seem controversial in many situations, but he always comes up with different statements and opinions of his where he actually does have a good explanation. He thinks things through. That's what I'm saying. He isn't dumb. He's smart. From what we've seen, he is a smart guy. Smart man, okay? And he knows that there is a feature nowadays called screenshotting. And this is where my second statement, or my next statement, comes into play. To me, it just seems so staged and faked, because why would Cory risk typing this? Let me read what he actually wrote in the first picture of the Xbox chat screenshots. I'm not gonna read what PandaNinja was typing, but from Cory's side, the first we see is because I'm trying to up your life some more. And then right after that, he was saying that was a joke. Geez, lol, I was just asking. This is a key factor, okay? First of all, that's the first ever time, if this is true, of course, let's just look at it hypothetically. If this is true and Cory actually did write this, it's already shocking as it is. Why would he curse in that? Even if it's just a sentence, why would he write something like this? But this is where my main statement, or debunk, I guess, comes into play. Why would he risk typing something, sending this type of text to someone that already has, remember PandaNinjaXx, she has a TikTok, she's a small TikTok or whatever. She has a platform on social media. I don't think Cory is that stupid to risk his whole career, his whole social life, writing or texting something so outrageous like this, even if it's just a joke, knowing full well that she could easily have taken a screenshot and posted it on her social media, or just in general on social media. And he knows this. He knows that there is a possible risk of her taking a screenshot of this and posting it online to either expose him or frame him. And expose and frame are two different things. We gotta remember this. Expose means that he actually did write this and she's exposing him because she is posting it. And framing just means that Cory didn't write this and he's actually being framed for this. That alone isn't actual proof or debunk evidence, I guess. But to us, or generally for any human being with common sense, it doesn't make sense why somebody, doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Cory, whether it's me, whether it's some random guy on the street, would risk something so stupid on this. Now we're gonna get to my, I guess, last statement of this, basically for the TikTok video at the end.
I'm still on.
I'm still on.
Then I woke up again and it was off.
Did you watch me sleep?
Hmm?
Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this fetish that I do. You know.
Well,
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
This actually does seem really, really bad. But for those of you that watch CoryxKenshin regularly or have seen a lot of his videos, you would know what kind of humor he has, especially in front of a camera. This is again just a statement with no evidence from me, but why would he risk, and I've said it before already, but I'm gonna say it as many times as it takes. Why would he say something? This is really weird. This is creepy stuff. Why would he say something like full on admit this in public as well, next to his girl, as she's filming, recording this, right? She's actually holding out her camera, her phone straight up, and he can see that. So this makes me think that this is probably just one of Cory's weird kind of jokes, awkward kind of jokes, which I think I'm explaining it better in my comment. I just think he was awkwardly joking like he most of the time in his videos does. He awkwardly jokes about stuff where he has this awkward kind of smile, kind of awkward look on his face. To me, I just think he's basically awkwardly joking about it. I don't think Cory is that stupid. I really don't. And I think a lot of people are gonna agree with me here. Remember, he's always told us he's always been an awkward guy. Whether it's with jokes or just in general, his personality, just vibe in general. And that leads me to believe that this is just a joke.
Good, right?
What'd you do, Cory?
Don't worry about it.
Cory?
Good.
Cory, what did you do?
Do none.
I'm not an analyst or anything like that, but this is a key, I keep saying that, let's call it a key action. Let's scroll back and let's watch this. Let me see if you guys notice it.
Cory, what did you do?
Do none. Look, this camera out of my face.
You see how he does this, like he looks away and he has this kind of awkward smile look on his face, and then he starts scoffing, I think it's called. He usually does that when he makes these awkward kind of weird jokes on his videos. This leads me to believe that this is one of his awkward jokes.
I didn't do anything.
He did something, and I'm gonna find out on the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
He's laughing, she's laughing, making jokes about it. I don't understand the point. I really don't understand her points. I'm not gonna show all of her text explaining the whole freaking situation of how she thinks or how she's presenting Cory to have been abusive and stuff like that. I'm not gonna show all of that because it's freaking, to me, it's just goofy. That's just my opinion. I don't want to raise any sparks through any sides or perspectives because there's always going to be two sides, and I usually don't like being on either of them. From the videos that we've seen with Cory, we can see how Cory looks at that specific time period. Now, we can definitely guess that this is probably before 2020. So this is more than 5 years ago. And the Xbox chat screenshots were probably, from what we've seen in the Xbox screenshots, I'll show you too where he says it. Something about him, why would I text you to be my girlfriend 1 year later of ignoring you or something like that. So from that time, 1 year later, it's probably the latest time period this could have been. Is probably 2021. That's the latest. But to me, I feel like this probably happened back in 2018, 2019. Maybe 2017 if I'm not wrong. But that's just a quick analysis, I guess. It's nothing deep. It's just me watching this video. There isn't really much proof or any concrete evidence of anything. These are all just statements, all just information about her point of view, but that's basically just my opinion, my statements of this whole situation. I might be wrong, I might be delusional, and I might be right. That's all I got for you guys. I usually don't make commentary videos, and I don't want to continue doing these. This is not something I'm interested in, mostly because it can get really controversial, and it can, I guess I'm afraid to ruin my career as a small content creator, or even big if I was big. But I feel like this is just too important for me not to talk about. Feel free to debunk my opinions or statements or whatever. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.